Hello, I'm Gregg Jarrett. You're in the strategy room. Well, 5 states and hundreds of delegates up for grabs today in the race for the Democratic presidential nomination. Bernie Sanders looking to pull off yet another upset in the Rust Belt states, while Hillary Clinton is counting on her very loyal base in the South. Could we see some surprises, or could tonight seal Clinton's fate as the Democratic nominee? Joining me now with analysis, Democratic strategist David Mercer, Republican strategist Brad Blakeman. Gentlemen, good to see you.
Thanks.
David, let me start with you, and I want to put up 3 polls all in a row. The first is Illinois. It's a 3-point spread. Hillary Clinton has the lead, 48% to 45%. It's within the margin of error, so a very tight race. Even tighter in Missouri. It's a 1-point spread there. Look at that. Bernie Sanders almost in a dead heat with Hillary Clinton. Then on to Ohio, winner take all. You've got Hillary Clinton at 51%, Bernie Sanders at 46%. A fairly tight race. Other polls show it even tighter. David, what's it going to look like tonight for Sanders?
Well, you're right in the polls that it looks like tight races. But what really counts for the nomination are delegates. And she's got 51% of the delegates that are needed to win the nomination so far. She's got nearly double what Sanders has. And secondly, and more relevant, I think, compared to 2008, is that she's got a wider lead on Sanders than Obama ever did on Hillary in 2008. And the key to that is in the Democratic primaries, it runs on a proportional basis of allocating delegates based on the vote. And as we've seen, even in Michigan, where Sanders won, that night he ended up 28 delegates shy of that night from Hillary Clinton. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. And because we don't have winner-take-all in states like Illinois, Ohio, Missouri, whatever, that even if he were to win, say, 3 of those states and win 159 delegates out of 600 plus that are at stake tonight, he still would not make up ground in order to catch Hillary, I believe, at this point in gaining ground for the nomination with the delegates that she has now and is bound to win tonight and going forward.
Brad, let's look at North Carolina and Florida. Hillary Clinton has a roughly 20-point lead in North Carolina. It's a real blowout, I mean, in Florida. Did the fat lady already sing, as they say?
She sung a long time ago because the fix is in. This is a charade. This is an exercise in futility, and Bernie knows it. The good news is, though, that Bernie is hanging in there because he's winning in important states. And I believe he's going to continue to do it. So even though Bernie knows he's not going to get the nomination, the fact is he's bringing in new voters. He's bringing enthusiasm to a campaign on Hillary that has none. She's neither liked nor trusted within her own party, and certainly that's even more the case in the general electorate. So the Democrats, there's trouble in paradise. Will they be able to unify the convention? Will it even be Hillary based on the FBI investigation? There's a lot to play out on the Democratic side, and I applaud Bernie and his troops for hanging in there.
You know, David, what's interesting is I've been digging into some other polls, and yes, it's true, and for a very long time, Bernie Sanders has been getting the millennial vote big time. Young people flock to Bernie Sanders. You take Bernie Sanders out of the equation, assuming he doesn't get the nomination, and Hillary Clinton is the nominee, and guess what? The best thing that could happen to Hillary Clinton in terms of millennials is a guy by the name of Donald Trump. USA Today poll shows voters under 35 would choose Clinton over Trump by a crushing 52 to 19%. I mean, it's time to send an early Christmas gift to Donald Trump if you're Hill, right?
You said it, I'll take it. And I think that is the case. And Bernie Sanders, nor Bernie Sanders supporters, especially Democrats, and we know there are also a lot of independents, I think will stay within the party, that they will vote for the nominee, be it Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders. As I had mentioned earlier, I think it looks like a Hillary Clinton nomination. But again, we can't cut chickens before they hatch. That said, with regard to what Brad had mentioned about a coronation, the fact that we're in March and that this race is still contested, that you have the polls that you had reviewed in the states like Ohio and Illinois of Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders show distinctly, and contrary to what Brad would have us think, that this is a coronation, the fix is in. In fact, you have proportional representation where delegates are allocated on a proportional basis.
Right.
Look at Republicans. You know, talk about coronation.
We don't have superdelegates.
You have a winner-take-all. You have fewer
We don't
delegates.
have an insurance policy.
Excuse me.
Against the grassroots.
I didn't interrupt you as well, Brad, so let's not have that. Okay? You have fewer delegates that it takes to win a nomination in the Republican Party.
Right.
It's a much broader and diverse electorate in the Democratic nomination.
Right.
So it is not a coronation, and let's not have it anymore.
I got to give Brad a chance to respond. Go ahead, Brad.
Look, this is a shell game. We've seen it in Times Square. Three-card Monte. Everybody thinks they have a chance to win, and they never do. And that's Bernie. Bernie knows that the system is rigged by superdelegates. The superdelegates trump the grassroots. We don't have that in the Republican Party. This is a charade. Everybody knows it. Hillary will be the nominee, but for the FBI indictment, and maybe that's coming.
All right, gentlemen, we'll leave it at that. Brad Blakeman, David Mercer, good to see you both. For the latest poll results and complete election coverage, go to foxnews.com. I'm Gregg Jarrett. Thanks for watching.